Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this a brand new day. Yes, indeed, it is the day after Christmas Day here in the west coast of the United States of America, northern hemisphere of the planet, sort of western hemisphere of the planet too, I suppose, and then, it's third planet from the sun, and, Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way galaxy, part of the local galactic cluster, part of also the local mega cluster. So, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Wait, was it supposed to happen? After all, she was still alive, and that was a good thing. When the shadow beast had rushed her from the corner of the room, she'd grabbed a beer mug and clubbed what appeared to be its head as it got close, and now, well, it was dead. It had killed 14 good, strong men before this, and she stared at the gray slime-encrusted beer mug in her hand. Well, damn. Now you know where you are? Good morning. Yeah, that was a little bit of... I used to really be able to do that, just go in depth with starting here and then drawing out into the greater picture of the universe. You are here, which is totally pointless. I mean, nice to know, but it doesn't affect you in any fashion. Still, happy day after Christmas Day, and I keep trying to make sure I'm centered, but I'm not quite sure. My back, of course, I never can tell if I'm leaning over at a weird angle because my back always feels wrong. So I'm just gonna try not to fixate on it too much. And again, I wish to thank the person who sent me, of course, the squishy banana. It's very cool. Jacksepticeye had a floppy banana. This is a squishy banana, and I actually think because it's a squishy banana that you can do things with it. It's like I broke the filling inside, so now it's stuck because I moved it quickly and roughly. You can do all sorts of weird stuff, and then you just bounce it around, and son of a gun, it's back to its original shape. So again, I'm wearing the green off of the ends, and it's picking up, detritus from existence. So it's not as bright and colorful as it used to be, but it's still just as much fun to squish around. And you turn it into an S, and it stays in an S, and then you can squish it all out. It's just, I play with it way too much. It's going to break one day, and I'm going to send whatever microfilling is inside of it all over the place, and that'll be bad. But still, thank you again. Squishy bananas are fun. I went out walkies last night. I took my Sony thingy-majiggy. This is... Other people have their telephones with their cameras. I have to take an actual camera because I don't have a telephone. So I took that out walkies to record the Christmas lights on the streets and the giant Christmas fungus on the post office lawn, and then I tracked down the other lit tree, which, against my thoughts of what it might have been, trying to get that in actual understandable English, it turns out it was on the courtyard lawn, the other tree, and it looks nice. It too kind of looks like a giant fungus, just because of the way they've got the lines that come down. They just run the Christmas tree lines from the top down to the bottom, and so it looks like the striated lines of a giant fungus. So still, it's cool. And I mentioned this in comments to Russian Timing, who had mentioned that as a child had played around with various mold things. When I was a child back in the late 60s, early 70s, I used to do stuff like that too. I put all sorts of things in jars and then put the jars up in my closet and then watch them slowly mold over time, and did experiments to find out what would mold and what wouldn't. And there was this one thing that said ketchup doesn't mold, and largely it doesn't. It's like the pH of it and such, but it will eventually lose its goodness. But yeah, you don't need to refrigerate ketchup or mustard, even if you do for other reasons. like refrigerating mustard, the only thing it does is like preserve some of the flavor over time. It doesn't actually save the life of the product. You do not need to refrigerate mustard. You do not need to refrigerate ketchup. It can help preserve the flavor over time, but you don't need to refrigerate it. It's not going to extend the shelf life. There are just some products we make that they're so processed with various stuff, or the pH balance just is naturally stuff that nothing's going to grow in it. So thumbs up for that. Yeah, so past that, I mean, I actually took that thing through the Christmas tree maze. So there's going to be my walkies video later on, and we're going to be doing some other stuff because I've got video ideas. I don't want that reacting to awful taste but great execution video I did to be a one-off. I want to make that a new ongoing series. So that sort of thing. I'm trying to keep branching out and doing new and different things because number one, comfort zone. Comfort is stagnation, and stagnation is death. You need to always be pushing at the envelope and trying to keep out of your comfort zone. Because if you're in your comfort zone, you're not going to be pushing. And if you're not pushing, you're not growing. And again, comfort is stagnation. Stagnation is death. So yeah, I'm trying to keep doing different things. I'm trying to keep, doing different things to try. Number one is just a creative outlet. And number two, there's two reasons I'm doing my channel. And number one, it's just for, there's something in my eye, an eyelash that's falling, is recovery after my wife died. And since then, it has been just with further things happening, like having to process the past 35 years worth of stuff that I should have been processing as it happened, and trying to process it all right now. And there's that, and it's just, things take time. So, I can't even remember where I was leading up with that, the fibro part, good old fibro fog. So, yay, I'm so pleased. But still, I've been oh yes, I was talking about the things I'm doing and trying to do. Oh man, I love fibro fog. At least I can bring it back sometimes now, and that's good. Whereas it used to be, it felt painful just to have it ripped out of my head and gone. But the second part I'm also trying to do this is, I'm on an extremely fixed limited income, and they're not expanding the amount of money that people on disability and such get. In fact, things in the United States keep getting meaner and meaner. They have cut benefits for people that can't afford to buy food. They're just plain kicking some people off. Mine got lowered. So I don't even have as much money now to buy food as I used to, and they barely gave me money at all. So yay on that. At least so far, I'm going to be on disability, I hope. I don't know what they're going to be doing on that, but they're bumping up efforts to save money by kicking people off disability instead of not, giving all the money to the rich and taking the money from the poor, which I know, radical idea, but there you go. So it's getting rougher. The amount of money that I have to live is like this, while the cost of living is going up like this. And it's fun. Not really, of course. Things are, like I say, just getting meaner and rougher, and it's harder for people to live. And that's just happening around the world in rough ways. Not like here, I mean, in general, because of the slow rise of authoritarianism and nationalism around the world, which isn't helping. Which I didn't read anything, watched a video about how civilizations rise and fall, and are we on the cusp of a fall of civilization? Because, like in 1700 BC, they found that in the span of 100 years, 5 major civilizations fell. all in that period. Huge, major civilizations fell. And we're dealing with a lot of the things that we're dealing with now. And as human beings, yes, our tech has gotten a lot better, but what's inside here is the same as it was way back when. Once we stepped on the road to civilization, we were already the species we are. We had evolved to that point where we are what we are. We haven't changed except through nutrition and such since then. All the other branches had died off. So we're the same as we were then, just we've got civilization around us and tech around us. But we still react in that same other person bad way that we did way back when. And a lot of the issues that broke and collapsed civilizations back then are what we're dealing with now. Things like refugees and immigrants. 5 civilizations fell. Complete collapse. So are we next? Especially since it's going to get worse because of climate change. And in fact, if I live long enough, I will become a climate change refugee. I live on the coast. The coasts are vanishing slowly. Islands are disappearing. The coastline is going to keep rising. That's a lot of land that's going to vanish. And people going to be moving somewhere, whether it's inside the United States as portions of the East Coast, West Coast, and down south move inward. And there's less land for everybody. We're all going to be moving in. And the rest of the world, as it falls apart. I mean, India is this far away. This far from major, just total ecological collapse. They're running out of water. It's just about a desert now. There are over 1 billion people there. When it becomes a desert that will not support human life, that's 1 billion people that are going to be moving out. Sure, it's not going to be like, Monday everything's fine, Tuesday, 1 billion people trying to find homes. No, that's going to be stretched out as people have to move because there's no water. And this is just going to get worse because we're not stomping on the brakes. We've got the feet on the accelerator. So it's entirely possible that very, very soon there's going to be a worldwide civilization collapse, because once one of our countries goes down, we feel the rest of it around the world. Every time that there's the shake like that, we almost had global economic collapse a while ago from what was happening in Japan. When one bigger country goes, it's going to drag down everything next to it. There's going to be a huge domino effect. Oy vey. And we've used up all of the easy to get to materials. What is civilization going to be like the next time when it tries to rise up and there's nothing to build with because we dug it up and used it all? It's going to be interesting seeing what they come up with. If there's anyone left. Not trying to be depressing, just thinking about life. And of course, just trying to come to a better thing. I was thinking yesterday about the stories that I write and the bits that I come up with. I find it difficult to come up with normal stories. I mean, the stuff that I come up with is the kind of stuff that I've had in the beginnings in my intros, where they're normally violent, probably bloody, odd, just reinterpretations of weird things or weird things. That's the stuff I come up with. That's the stuff I've written my whole life. So thumbs up for that. Hopefully I'm going to get more work done. I'm actually, since I've been more self-medicating and paying attention so I sleep better, I have actually had more energy. And now whether that's just because I'm at the peak of my cycle and I'm going to start troughing again in the next week, that's entirely possible. But from right now, I'm actually feeling pretty energized, so hopefully I'll be able to get some writing done. Definitely a thumbs up. And then I'm going to record a video of me just reading it, like I've done some of my other stories that I did ASMR, except I won't ASMR it. Thumbs up for that. Good Lord. And of course, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. It is arranged because even though I count in American Sign Language, but a lot of input lag on my hand there, I do my best, but with my depression, fibro, and more, I'm amazed that I can remember my name is not. Whatever name I've got up there. Because I always get it mixed up between Rutherford and Reginald, and so my mouth stutters and gut. And of course, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them later. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. You spent the calories, took the time. Thank you very much. And of course, if I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. Had to remember there for a moment what it was. No disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. So let's get to the chrome, the good stuff. We have Team Fishbowl, I like the name. And Gromsterino, greatly appreciated. Russian Timing, thumbs up and thank you very much. Constable Lopez, thank you for the suggestions, very cool. Alex MJ Broken 64, greatly appreciated. Agus, greatly appreciated. Ice Damon, Merry Christmas. And Lael _ not Lael, :L, thumbs up and thank you. Dad's home, thumbs up and thank you much. We have Kathy Kit's Cat, best of luck and continued good things for the future. F.R. MacLeod, thumbs up, and Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciated. Dio, greatly appreciated. Confused Owl 29, thumbs up and thank you. We have Nicolas Philippe, good to see you in the comments. A Lemon Pie 407, thumbs up and thank you. Stephen Blanchard, good to see you. We have Kilo, thumbs up and thank you. HATR, greatly appreciated and thumbs up, good to see you. We have Denial, good to see you as well. Ragel Magales, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very much, Raquel. My vision is fuzzy. Raquel Magales, I'm nowhere close. Thank you very, very much. We have Currickson, that's nowhere close either. Thank you very, very much. Kill Me Now. Good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up and thank you. We have Alan Ellsworth, greatly appreciated. Last but not least, Ms. Lee, thumbs up and thank you all. It is greatly appreciated. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. And when you're depressed, that is very important. Thank you so very, very much. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you would like to help me out but you don't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below. If you could donate to that, that would be very, very awesome. And of course, if you would like to help me out but don't want to spend money like that, I have an Amazon wish list link as well. If you could check that out, it's got things like hamster food, cat food, hamster toys, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. Do not feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now into the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up on that. And of course, I'm going to hopefully make a Can You Help Me video, because they're still taking money out of my upcoming disability in January. And while I have gotten some donations that have helped, they brought me up from negatives to above zero. I don't know how much they're going to take, so I got to ask for help. So thank you all so very, 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 very much. Now I have this video here that you've been hopefully watching. I've got another video I need to record, edit, and render. I have a walkies video, and I have all sorts of other goofy stuff in mind. So gosh darn it, now it's something actually fell into my eye that time. How special. Anyway, though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Take care of yourself, and if you overindulge on the holiday times, don't feel bad. Just try to do better in the future.